Hello everyone, my name is Michael SK and welcome back to Aoi Tori. We are finally in the final section of the beginning, which means we're probably going to get into some other chapter that sounds very similar to a prologue title, maybe? I don't know, because I feel like this is the second one that we've been on. But either way, we have now been introduced to all of the main heroines, I believe. The substitute teacher that came in for the history teacher going on maternity leave, I believe, is, I guess, one of the main heroines. And there's a connection with this character to Ritsu's past. So that's fun. And it's not like the, oh, joyful connection. No, that was a... It's a not so great connection, I would like to say, but I wonder how all that's going to go down. We've got a really wacky cast of characters now, don't we? But other than that, we are also working up on pushing Mary to go for that play. We want her to continue to write more in her script, or I guess the overall story, what the play is even going to be about, and we're finding actresses. In class the next day, naturally everyone's talking about the new teacher. I mean, she's a good-looking new teacher, honestly. Like, she looks cool, you know? And that's it. There's really not much else to say. We haven't really gotten to know her yet. Though it's not all that exciting compared to having two students transfer in back to back, especially since we all knew this was coming. I mean, the big surprise for us is going to be learning about her surname, I suppose, at this point. Like, she would not disclose that information when we met her. That was until she stood at the front of the class and began homeroom.
Hi, minasan. Ohayou gozaimasu.
Again, I'm pretty sure this is the voice actress for the principal in Grisaya. I could be completely wrong. I don't know. I've gone through quite a bit of visual novels since Grisaya, so my memory might be really terrible. Risa greets us, smiling from behind her podium. Is she not going to... Is she not going to tell us her full name? Oh, don't do that. Come on, just tell us your fucking name. The class giggles as she throws a joke in with her introduction. I'm expressionless. Risa hasn't made eye contact with me once. She stands up straight at the podium, seeming experienced at the job despite her youth. The way she pays me no attention feels like she's declaring just how fine and happy she is now. My chest feels like it's about to explode. Oh, this bitch. She's such a troll. I have a feeling of what this might be. And that would make absolutely no sense, because if it's what I'm thinking, then wouldn't there have been a fuss back when she was a student here? She says as she takes a piece of chalk to the blackboard. The entire class leans forward eagerly, only to draw back in shock when she's done. I'm equally shocked. Her surname is only Akasabi. Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute. Where's this from? I did not recognize it whatsoever, but okay. Mikako, used to being ignored, for once finds herself at the center of everyone's attention. What, does she not know this? Like, what's going on here? She sits there calmly as everyone stares. No one can tell what she's thinking, except perhaps her sister. I guess this explains why Mikako went home that day. I thought that was just, you know, it just happened, you know, for whatever reason. Like, there didn't need to be a reason for her to go home, but okay, no, we got one. She says, smiling wryly. Risa smiles and then erases her name from the blackboard. Yeah, I hope so too. The class is absorbed in a strange silence even after Risa ends homeroom. It's none other than Mikako who breaks that silence. She springs up and rushes to the front of the class. The class is once again shocked by how happy she sounds. For the first time that I can recall, Mikako seems happy to be in the classroom.
赤サビさん、ここでは一応リサ先生って呼んでね。
やだよ、別に教室の中でもお姉ちゃんは教師である前に私のお姉ちゃんだもん。
そうだけど特別扱いはしないよ。
赤サビ家の人間って時点で特別扱い受けてるから、みんなと同じに扱われる方がむしろ特別扱いだよ。
それもそっか。私が通ってた時と同じだ。
The two of them giggle, again at the front of the class too. I, along with the rest of the class, watch in mute amazement. Honestly, no one would care if Risa treated Mikako differently. It wouldn't be a big deal, or anything surprising. Now Mikako, there's a surprise. She's laughing. Not in a forced or cynical way. She's laughing because she's happy.
どうしてうちのクラスの副担なのかな。普通は身内だったら話しそうなのにね。
The circumstances just kind of called for it.
学園側が気を回したのかも。
お姉ちゃんもすでに特別扱いされちゃってるじゃん。
覚悟はしてたから大丈夫。
ねえ、お姉ちゃんも教員寮に住んでるんでしょ。部屋見てみたい。
ダメ。一応学園では教師と生徒なんだから。
It's like they're putting on a fucking performance in the front of the class here. This is weird.
お姉ちゃんの部屋見たいのにな。
I'm trying to...
今度間取りだけ教えて。
I'm trying to think back on high school if there was ever like a family member type situation of any sort. You know what, there was, yeah. There was a teacher who came and worked 1 year. I think I was a sophomore. And I think her son, who was 2 years ahead of me, transferred in as well. I think he was just 1 year ahead of me. And yeah, that was the only case, but I don't think that he was ever in his own mother's class. It's just that they both kind of like transferred in the same year because they moved or whatever. But no, that's the only case I can think of like a family type thing. But no brothers, no sisters or anything like that. Nothing like this situation that we're seeing here.
やった。私もお姉ちゃんとお揃いの家具買おうっと。
ほらミカコ、席について。1限目始まるでしょ。はーい。
I really don't understand Mikako's character at all. It's like, yeah, she's ridiculously smart and clever and kind of just doesn't give a shit, you know? But whatever. Mikako does as she's told and returns to her seat. Risa returns the class's intense gaze with a warm smile and then leaves the room. Those few post-homeroom minutes have taught every last person in our class that there's a bond between Risa and Mikako that no one else could ever hope to understand. We've also found a heightened level of respect for Risa. Excuse me, as she's able to understand someone no one else is able to. Yeah, honestly, like, I don't even understand Mikako. Like, the more that we interact with her or see interactions with her and another character, it continues to, you know, make me feel dumbfounded overall. I still feel unsettled by the time lunch rolls around. Sayo walks over to me.
リツ、お昼は一緒に食べられる?
Yeah, I'm down. She asks. It would seem interest has shifted off her after Risa's entrance, allowing her to walk over to me unhindered. Oh, I'm not hungry at all, or I'm not at all that hungry. Excuse me.
さやちゃん、私と一緒に食べようよ。
Mary pops into the conversation. She's the only one who knows about my history with Risa, and therefore the only one who understands what I'm going for.
え、あなたはお呼びじゃないわよ。
相変わらずはっきりしてるね。
兄弟水入らずのお弁当の食べさせっことかさせなさいよ。
お兄ちゃんをいじって遊びたいって言
Yeah, I
って
was
るんだ
gonna
よね。
say, wait a minute, that was very alarming there. I didn't like that. I didn't like that one bit. It's nice that Sayo always means what she says. It makes what looms over us easier to handle. Sorry, can I take a rain check? I'm not feeling great today.
昨日から変な感じ。
Sayo's eyes narrow. I figured she'd notice.
まあ、できた妹である私は、兄の言うことを何でも聞いてあげる。
なんでも？ 何でも
I really hate this conversation. Sayo says with a grin.
その代わりわがままな妹のお願いもたっぷり聞いてもらう。
Go easy on me. Risa's reappearance has me shaken, but Sayo is still the one I'm most scared of. The two of them head off before long. Phew. I sigh as I pull myself together. That's enough of that. Yeah, please. I can't keep acting like this. However, I really don't have an appetite, so I decide to get some fresh air instead. The classroom is still filled with gossip about the new teacher, so I won't be able to relax there anyway. I'm trying to think, like, even back in high school, I would say, yeah, new teachers were definitely, like, a talking point in a way, especially if, like, they were teaching at your grade level, I think. Even whenever I was in, like, elementary or middle school, I would say, but, like, at the college level, nobody gives a shit. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all using fucking Rate My Professor to figure out what is coming for us, right? I head down to the first floor. Enough fresh air gets in here from outside to cool me down without having to go into the courtyard. I buy myself a can of hot coffee from the vending machines and then stand there idly. In the distance, I can hear students coming and going from the cafeteria and shops. I have no thoughts, so I start thinking of something to think about. What a contradictory fucking problem we have right there. Let's start with something mundane. Is black coffee enough to ward off an empty stomach? Oh darn. I raise my hand to my head. My coffee just changed in flavor. Red bean soup again. Man, we really gotta get creative with this shit or something. I can taste its sweetness on my tongue. Honestly, at this rate, I might be able to walk on water like Christ did. I could try it out next time I'm at the pool. That would be a much better miracle experiment than making things taste like red bean soup. I just have to make sure not to think about red bean soup while I'm at the pool. Otherwise, the whole pool will turn into soup. Yeah, I shouldn't be thinking about this. Yeah, we have a fucking tragedy about to fucking befall us at this rate. It's just making me more conscious of what could go wrong. Yeah, just keep us away from water. And if I did something that stupid... Oh, there's our teacher. A heavy sigh from close by breaks my train of thought. I look over out of curiosity and I'm surprised by what I find. Oh. Risa's got her hands to the wall, shoulders drooping, and now she's noticed me. Hello. just a little, frustrated or really difficult to get out there hello. I fluster, having not expected to meet her here.
Konnichiwa.
Only this time she's flustered too. Why is that? It's curious. She wasn't like this yesterday or even earlier in class. Oh my god, I just realized something. In the previous episode, Sayo and Mikako were having a really weird conversation. And Sayo was like, yeah, have you fucked your sibling too? And Mikako's like, no, not yet. Yeah, fucking fantastic that all the characters are just introducing themselves properly for the wacky occasions to unfold, huh? I don't know why that just came up to my mind, but that was just a horrible thought to have. She's so flustered she doesn't even know what to call me. She can take her pick. Shiratori-san, father, Ritsu-kun, they all work. Is something the matter? For some reason, seeing her in a state is... For some reason, seeing her in a state is calming me down. In a state? In a state of what? Am I fucking stupid? Honestly, I woke up like not that long ago. I am struggling right now. She laughs nervously. Her hands are shaking. I'd have thought it would feel like home being back here. She relaxes slightly and takes a breath. Yeah, you were a part of this curriculum. You get all what? You get awawa? I laugh as she gets strangely energized over it. Guess it's not so easy being a teacher.
笑ってる
Yes, a little bit. She clasps her hands together and pouts at me. Not that it makes her look God damn it. Not that it makes her look Not that it makes her look angry in the slightest. I'm gonna go fucking smack myself real quick. She's making the same cute expression any of the students here would make, even though she's older. Yeah, you guys can make fun of me in this one. God damn.
怒るよ先生の威厳を保つのも大変なんだから
I was trying to pick either this to record or Umineko, and I was like, well, this will probably wake me up a little bit more than Umineko. I gotta be fully awake for Umineko. I'm really hoping that this continues to try and wake me up here. I get it, really. I smile sympathetically. I work here too as a priest. We just don't get paid for it. I guess we get to live somewhere and we get food and, you know, whatever else, but still, and I guess also an education, that's cool. And then she starts blushing, realizing how unteacher-like she's been acting. I feel like I finally met the real you. Oh, nothing. The devil told me something similar once. I see. I still can't recall completely, but I have an inkling as to what the problems she came to me with in the past could be. If I'm right, Miss Risa, you came to rely on my powers because of your family, right? Yes, dig up the past. Bullseye, her expression has vanished.
そっかリツ君はあの日のことも
No, it seems to have been very traumatizing. Or something. I mean, the fact that he's failing to really recall, you know, kind of points into that awful direction, you know? Well, I haven't completely forgotten it either. Though I don't have any memories of the act in question between me and Risa.
きっとびっくりしたもんねリツ君
Yeah, something like that.
それとも私がはっきり言わないままリツ君に頼っちゃったのかな
She sighs. It seems memories of the event are hazy for her too.
リツ君は
No, we're getting cut off here. Who's cutting us off? The
あ
bell?
の時
It's fine. No, it's us. I cut her off. A trip down memory lane will only bring us back to that winter's afternoon in the chapel. I never saw her again after that. I could get rid of your nerves, though, if you'd like. I offer her my hand. One touch and her problems will vanish. Just as Christ cleansed the leper.
まだその奇跡の力もそのままなんだ
Yeah, and then some. They've gotten stronger, if anything.
普通なら成長するごとに弱まりそうなものなのにね
I mean, somebody having powers in the first place is kind of weird, isn't it? As one loses their innocence, I guess she means. It's not like she knows these powers were given to me by the devil, not God.
でも大丈夫自分で頑張れる
Her rallying cry was lacking somewhat in confidence, but it seems she doesn't want my help. Has she always been this adorable? Well, you've got to be a teacher. I've got to be a priest.
そうしっかりしなきゃ私はみんなにとって憧れの大先輩なんだしだからさっきの私の姿は
No, it seems like we both have secrets that we want to keep on the down low here. Of course not. It was an amusing sight, but I have no intention of telling anyone for more than one reason.
あれ
Oh shit. At this point, a passing student notices us. Oh hey.
こんにちはリツ先輩と
Akari falls quiet as she realizes she doesn't recognize Risa. I guess her class hasn't had a history lesson yet. This is Miss Risa Akasabi, the new substitute history teacher.
こんにちはこんにちは
Yeah, we did the introducing this time around, so she can't fucking troll around with her name and whatever else. Akari flustering seems to help Risa calm down.
1年生かな可愛らしい友達だねリツくん
Yeah.
そんなことないですむしろリザ先生の方がその
I'm not sure implying she's so cute you didn't realize she was a teacher is quite the compliment you think it is.
そうじゃないですけど
Akari panics more. far more so than Risa was earlier.
いいの。やっぱりまだスーツに着られてるのかな。教育実習生と間違われることもあるくらいだし。
I mean, she does look a little... I don't know. I mean, the outfit works, but it does seem kind of forced. Risa steps in to calm her.
本当にすみません。ごめんなさい。先生に対して私。
Akari's head bobs up and down in repetitive bows. She's clearly out of her depth, so I secretly press my finger against her head. You're going to make Miss feel weird if you keep bowing like that? You mean Miss Risa? You don't just state the title with nothing else.
そうですね。
Akari regains her composure like she's just been exercised. Risa knows about my power, but she's staring at me, still finding it mysterious. Anyway, this is Umino Akari-san, a friend of mine. Well, more of a friend of Mary's, to be honest.
はい。
I mean, I call her a friend.
海の明かりです。
She is closer to Mary, but
よろしく。
Risa giggles.
ごめんなさい。ちょっと海野さんの慌てぶりが昔の自分を見てるようで。私がですか？あなたの方がしっかりしてる。昔の私はもっともっとひどかったから。
Yeah, from what I can gather. That's a fact. She was in such a state she forced herself on me. Yeah, don't do that. Akari lets out a strange sounding sigh.
じゃあ私も将来はリサ先生みたいに綺麗で
Most
大
likely.
人っぽい女性になれるんでしょうか？
You know, high potential. Risa laughs happily.
あなたはもう素敵な女性だよ。そうでしょうか。私が保証するのは変かもしれないけど、保証する。
I'd agree. Perhaps it would have been better to keep my mouth shut, but I can't help but agree. The two of them look blankly at me for a moment.
ほらね、ちゃんと男を魅了してる。
Yeah.
いえ、そんなことは。
Oh, if only she knew how right she was in a way. Akari starts to fluster again, but this time I opt not to use my powers on her.
そういえばリツ先輩、例の劇のことなんですけど。
Is there a problem? I imagine she desperately wanted to change the subject.
いえ、問題とかじゃないんですけど、まだ台本はなくても、今のうちにお屋敷に行って雰囲気に慣れたいと思って。
Oh, go for it. You're a part of the group. We already told you you're free to come over whenever you like.
そうなんですけど、しばらく通っても大丈夫ですか？
What? Are you planning to be there every day? I give her a puzzled look. I'm sure she would love
毎日は無理
to.
だと思いますけど、できる限りは通いたいんです。あの家のどこに何の部屋があるのかとか、やっぱりきちんと知っておくべきだと思うんです。
That's fine by me. I do find her enthusiasm for this strange, though. Akari seems to realize my doubt and gives me a serene smile.
メアリー先輩のためになるなら頑張りたいんです。
Honestly, I also want it to go well. Mary deserves it. So that's your reason, eh? That I can understand. I sympathize with her too. Mary is such a great girl, you just want to help her out whenever you can.
劇って？
Risa, who had been watching and listening, interrupts. We're thinking about putting on a play for Christmas at the chapel in the residence.
面白そう。まだ台本もないんですけどね。学園の許可は？
I shrug. I don't think we need written permission or anything, but I'm gonna let them know when the script is done at least.
よほどバイオレンスな内容でなければ問題ないとは思うけどね。
Nope, just romance. She giggles.
そっか。演劇か。
Or at least as far as I can
せ
tell,
っ
it's
かくだ
gonna
し
be
その
romance.
劇私が担当してあげよっか。ここは学園ですから。形式上でもその劇を監督する教師は必要でしょ。私が請け負えば学園側との煩わしい手続きは引き受けられると思うんだけど。
Well, if she's gonna be a substitute teacher through Christmas, then yeah. That would be nice, but
あなたの 気遣ってるんじゃなくて、私がそうしたいっていうお願い。お願いですか？実はちょうど冬休みに帰省しないでこの学園に残れる理由を探してたんだ。
Isn't your family home like at the base of the fucking mountain or some shit? Like, I'm sure she lives elsewhere. She has her own separate life that she's living elsewhere, but like she came back, you know? Akari and I look at each other.
私は長期休暇の時の学園を見て
She,
みたいの。
you know, technically she has a home not too far away from here already. So, I mean, you do you though, and whatever she actually meant out of that, but I get it.
何かあるんですか？
Akari cocks her head puzzled. You went home as soon as summer break started, right?
終業式が終わってすぐタクシーと迎えの車が校門の前で行列になるんだよね。
All taking students home, no one staying here. I tell her what I told Mary yesterday.
ここが空っぽになるんですね。
Akari looks around as she realizes that or what will happen. We can hear laughter in the distance, though the building would still feel occupied even if we couldn't. That will all vanish.
人のいなくなった学園はネバーランドになるの。
Oh, I don't know anything about that. That actually is truthful. I've never watched the movie or whatever type of media format it was originally on. I don't know, I don't even know what the fuck that is. I don't even know if I want to sound that out. I'm sounding it out in my head, and I don't know what this is supposed to, you know, reference.
妖精の国？
Risa smiles as Akari translates. I guess that's what that was.
親が偉いせいで
I thought that was like a fucking copyright thing.
親戚付き合いとかパーティーとか
I actually don't even know what I read. I'm still kind of struggling here, guys.
もちろん当時はそれに文句なんて言えなかったけど、そんな時期でも事情があって学園に残っている子たちがいた。人のいない学園で寂しく暮らしているだろう子たちを私はかわいそうに思ったけど、でも長い休みが終わって再会した彼女たちはみんな休みの期間を懐かしく思っていた。できれば永遠にその世界にいたかったと。あの世界を経験することができなかった私たちの方を学園に残っていた女の子はかわいそうだって言ったの。ネバーモアって。
Does that mean no more?
またとない。
Yeah, I was gonna say that was Edgar Allan Poe's favorite thing in that fucking shit. Always saying nevermore. I'm pretty sure the fucking Raven was named Nevermore or some shit. Also, Edgar Allan Poe is absolutely insane. I think I read one of his short stories back when I was in college, and it was fucking wild.
あかりちゃんは読書家なんだね。私はその子にその言葉を言われたから調べて知った。
Wait, was it a raven or a crow? I thought it was a raven. She smiles through her brush with nostalgia.
学生時代の一瞬こそネバーモア。ドラマや映画で追体験はできても実際にはその時にしか味わえないものだって。
Yeah, you know what? There's so much fucking anime that's like the setting is high school or something equivalent, mostly high school. And, you know, watching it, it's like, this is the most ridiculous bullshit. But, you know what? I don't regret my high school times. They're definitely, you know, weird to look back on with like reminiscence here and there, but and they weren't the most exciting of times, but you know, there were memorable moments. I didn't need them to be all crazy and anime like, but it is cool that you can actually kind of go back and, you know, see high school through a different colored lens or whatever through media. That I can definitely respect. At this point, Risa remembers she's meant to be our teacher and breaks off her reminiscing. She's actually blushing quite cutely. There has been a couple anime I've watched that were like more college setting. Unfortunately, I really wish Golden Time could have been a whole lot better than it was. It was good to a point, but fucking ridiculous at another.
そういう理由で仕事だって言えば年末年始もここにいられるし、劇の話はちょうどよくて。
Well, I'm okay with it, but I'm not sure it's really my place to agree to this. I look over to Akari for help.
今日の午後リサ先生もお屋敷に来てみたらどうでしょう。
Good idea. We can see what Mary and Sayo think then.
それじゃあお邪魔させてもらおうかな。
Risa takes a wristwatch out of her pocket. For some reason, she's not wearing it and checks the time.
新鮮な空気を吸おうと思っていたけど、このままだとお昼を食べ損ねちゃいそう。ちゃんと食べて午後も元気に頑張らなきゃ。
With that, she leaves. We watch her go. And we'll be seeing her here shortly, you know? Or over at the residence, at least. Don't you need to get going too, Akari? I ask, not sure why she's sticking around.
ジュースを買いに通りがかっただけですけど。
She peers curiously into my eyes.
さっきの話を聞くと、リサ先生って OG なんですよね。
Yep, not too long ago, it seems. Yeah, you can ask her, or you could just ask if I knew her. No need to be weird about it. That's not a noise I've heard Akari make before. She's gotten a whole lot more comfortable with us. And that shit is cute. I'm getting to know her character a little bit more. She's not, you know, taking Mary's place whatsoever right now, but I think this will probably be a second place character for me. What's that meant to mean?
じゃないですか。先輩の顔を見たら、こんなの。
She giggles. I grimace. Mary and Sayo have corrupted you.
女の子ですからね。
Yeah, there's a little bit of corruption in there for sure. I'm bad at dealing with older women.
年下は得意ですか？
I don't like that. I don't like that question. Oh no. I don't like that question at all. Being stared at through those innocent eyes causes me to falter for a moment. Why is Akari being all cute all of a sudden today, actually? Like, yeah, we're getting closer to her. And yeah, I think there's been a little bit of influence from her new friends in this newly formed group of ours, but I don't know, like, she's a little different today. I'm not great with them either. We just suck with everybody.
私
That's actually me for real, on God.
優しくされ
No
たん
cap.
ですね。
Sorry that you guys had to hear that, but, no. Fuck. If a woman approaches me, it's over. And that's why I escaped to visual novels, because that doesn't happen there. Ignore that too. But yeah, until she forced herself on me, I throw out casually. Why are we stating this? Why are we revealing this big secret to her? Akari's eyes go wide.
じゃあ、彼女が
Yep, she was the first. Though I had forgotten all about her until she showed up again. Didn't even remember her name. It's a cruel tale. Not on her end. On mine.
先輩？
With a smile, Akari snatches the canned coffee from my hand. Then she takes a gulp of my now lukewarm drink while I watch. Then she frowns.
これも
Oh yeah, that did
シリコ
happen.
味。
Yep.
まあ、いいです。ありがとうございます。私も教室に戻ります。
That was very weird. Like, do you guys not have the same feeling there that was kind of awkward? That was such an awkward exit. She passes me back the can and then leaves without another word. I'm all alone. I lift up the can and give it a little shake. I think there's about 1 or 2 sips left in here. It'll be an indirect... Ah, fuck. This fucking guy. Oh, man. You know what? It's crazy. He's fucked so many people, and now an indirect kiss is something that's actually, you know, worth mentioning here, you know? At all. That he's even thinking of this. It'll be an indirect kiss if I keep drinking. That was on purpose. Okay, maybe it's not a holdup for him necessarily. Well, I don't know. The fact that he's even thinking about it, I never think about that shit. I just think like, ugh, germs. Well, maybe not germs, but, you know, somebody else's saliva. Which I guess you could constitute as germs. I don't know. I return to my own classroom slightly put off. Akari's a weird one, and she's getting weirder by the day. All the players have assembled. Oh yeah, there we go. We've got the full-ass squad. I'm pretty sure nobody else is going to pop up into this CG. In that case, there it is. There it is. Fun fact, this was actually This was actually going to be the CG I was going to use for the base thumbnail, but since I didn't come to, base thumbnail, I mean the first thumbnail of the series, but because we didn't have a CG that popped up in my first recording session, I had to settle with going and finding the opening on YouTube and getting a screenshot that I felt was most worthy. But this was also before we met Mary, so I just thought, oh, this looks like an important character, and there we go. We've gathered in the residence lounge after the end of classes. I know, we've got our own little harem here. Risa is the last to arrive and is instantly shocked by Akari's maid out. Oh yeah, there's also that. There is also that we have going on here. Wait, did she originally... I think I misread her speaking to fucking Akari as speaking to us. Did that actually happen? Yeah, okay, it did happen. God damn, I can't even read properly. I mean, we do have our own little harem here. I mean, that is true, but she wasn't referring to us, she was referring to her. That's my bad. I just can't read. Akari takes the compliment with a smile and then pours a cup of tea for Risa. She takes it without complaint, excuse me. The Akasabis are rich, so I wouldn't be surprised if she has a maid or butler or two back home. Sayo watches, her expression mostly vacant save for a hint of amazement. Mary has taken up her role as a leader, or as leader, and welcomed Risa with a smile. Akari and I are fine with it too, so it's all up to you, Sayo.
さよちゃんは素直じゃないな。
何よ、私が一番素直なはずよ、リツが大好きとか。
Could you not talk about that right now?
この家には
Okay, now you're addressing it.
集まってるんだね。
Now it can be addressed. Yeah, we got our own little harem here, as I said
どの寮より
earlier.
も個性的で楽しいメンバーです。
変人揃いってことよ。
True that. Sayo mutters cynically, but also happily. She's not wrong. It's not like the world is filled with the genuine and pure of heart. If only, right?
それじゃあやっぱり話は私からかな。
Mary straightens herself up and smiles in embarrassment.
みんな私の作る劇に参加してくれるってことで、まだ話の中身は完成してないけど、今日は挨拶ということで。
Yeah, you better get to it.
以上。
短いわね。
Sayo says in exasperation.
挨拶なんて短い方がいいでしょ？
そうね。
どうせ素人の集まりなんだから、うまくやるより楽しくやろうね。彼女、しっかりした子だね。
Well, yeah. Mary knows what's going on. Plus, she's been around for quite a while. Risa says to Akari.
メアリー先輩に一番憧れます。
So much so that you were willing to dress up as a maid. In fact, her eyes are filled with respect and admiration as she looks at Mary right now. It must be due to those 100 years she's lived. That's what I'm thinking. I take a drink of my tea, which still tastes like tea as long as I focus. Yeah, let's keep it that way, please. Please, please.
そうだけど、舞台はこのお屋敷で、服もみんな今のままで OK。私は。
I mean, if there's a role for a maid, there we go. Akari pipes up, being the only one dressed as a maid.
メイドさん役が一番楽しいと思うよ。
Good, good.
ま、そうね。
Prioritizing the maid is, I don't like that, but prioritizing the maid is probably the good idea for the play. Akari jokingly bends into a little curtsy for Mary and Sayo. It's incredibly cute. Like, she's a true posh maid.
劇がシンデレラなら、海野さんが主役だね。
私、焼けた靴を履いて踊りながら死ぬ意地悪な姉役は嫌よ。
シンデレラじゃないけど、誰が主役でどんな話にするかは
It's gonna be
今日の夜
tonight?
に決めるから。
We're making the big choice tonight?
やっぱり主役はメアリーじゃないの？
Akari and Risa also look like they'd come to the same conclusion.
私は
Isn't
お
that what we
話をか
also
ければ
originally thought?
それでいいから。
Mary doesn't look at me as she says this. I'm pretty sure a choice is coming up here where we're gonna have to choose a character, right? Like, it really kind of seems like that. They're really pushing for, you know, okay, now make a choice. So, I have to decide who plays the leading role. There's Mary Harker, Kurosaki Sayo, Umino Akari, Akasabi Sayo, Shibata Yuki, Akari's friend who's going to help, although she didn't show up today, nor is she in the running. Then there's me. 6 people. At that thought, God damn it, my phone begins to vibrate in my pocket even though I haven't set it to silent. Okay, sorry, 6 people and 1 thing performing this play. Sayo abruptly whispers into my ear. Yeah, what the fuck are you saying? Stop trying to jinx us. Honestly. In any case, we may have started this play to fix mine and Mary's perception of love, but with all the people now helping out, it's no longer about just the 2 of us. I think I will make a prayer for God to watch over us and make this a success. Yeah. We'll see how all that goes. And wow, okay, Is it still the same day? Are we still in the same day? Wasn't it like supposed to be tonight we have to make the big choice or whatever? Or did I misread that? It's possible I did. After that, we chat about nothing mostly. Okay, yeah, it's the same day. And let Akari and Risa walk around to get a feel for the layout of the residence. As soon gets dark, our time after class being short in the winter, we have mapu tofu for dinner made by Mary. Okay, here we go. It's just that, you know, it being wintertime, I was expecting basically after that meeting, whatever we transition to, it's probably going to be dark. Now it's evening. I raise my head from the book I'm reading by the fireplace to look at the clock in my room. It's 11:30 p.m. It's probably about time. I close my book and stand up. Time to choose. Oh boy. I leave the room, and then turn through the corridors until I reach the glass door of the greenhouse. Can we abstain? And step through into an everlasting spring. I admire the flowers as I walk to the cherry blossom in the middle. This is actually a very beautiful environment. I love this place. I'd expected to find Mary sitting at the table, but she isn't there. We'd agreed to make, or to hear my decision this evening, excuse me, so I was sure I'd find her here. Maybe she's gone to take a bath. Oh, you're up in the trees, aren't you? A cheerful voice comes from overhead. She flying around? I circle around the tree and look up. I think I just got my answer. Above the cherry blossom, the night sky hangs behind the skylight. That was an awkward one, but moonlight illuminates a winged girl between us. That's fair, I think. Words that had once been hesitant come confidently from her mouth. I wish I had that power. I'd love to have the ability to fly around. That'd be so sick. Well, we can't right now. With this sprite angle, we're good. It's fine. Yeah, that was a yes. That was a yes or no, you know? We did not answer either of those. Just make sure you don't crash again. She pushes down the hem of her skirt, this time without falling to the ground. How you're flying? I'm sure that, you know, possibly for the first time in her vampire life, she forgot that she was a vampire. Somebody not human anymore. Somebody that could not live, you know, a human life. But here she is, being able to live a human life, something that she'd never be able to ever do again. You know, it's crazy. To that whole transition over. Very dreamlike indeed. She's probably just thanking me. I hope you find even more happiness.
私にはもったいないよ。
Oh, okay. Okay, alright. Whatever you say, Purple Software, you and your tricks. She laughs and does a spin in the air before questioning me.
それで誰を主役にするか決めたかな？
I really have to choose, huh? That's basically saying no, we have not chosen. I shrug, still slightly concerned.
みんな可愛いから迷うよね。それにリサ先生が現れたことはリツくんにとってもびっくりだったかな。
Yeah, it's like it's a little coincidental, isn't it? You got that right. Risa differs from Mary and Sayo. It's like we're bound together by fate. This could be a good chance to face my past. I'm thinking I should leave Akari out.
そうなの？
Mary sounds surprised.
あかりちゃんはかなりリツくんの好みだろうし、雰囲気ある子だと思ったけど。
I will admit that she actually does look very familiar to the main heroine in Amatsutsumi, and I really liked her, Hotaru. I really, really liked her character. The mystery and just everything about her quirky personality. Just, it was a lot of fun. It was stupid fun. Great character. She does look very similar to her, but I don't know. I feel like Mary is just better. Overall, really well presented here. Kind of. I just really don't want to get her involved in this. That's my decision. Mary and Sayo already know about the devil. They're right in the thick of it. I'm almost certain that the devil will try to pull something with Risa while we're working on this play. But Akari alone is different. That girl is way too attracted to danger and fear.
そうだね。
Mary agrees. She's seen through Akari too.
あかりちゃん、リツくんだけじゃなくて、私にも強く興味を持ってるみたい。
She has she? Perhaps that's why Akari was so willing to help out with the play. I couldn't say if she was doing it out of love, but I know that Akari is attracted to death. If I may be blunt, I believe her to be suicidal, but not in a direct sense. If one doesn't believe suicide to be a bad thing, or in fact, even if they do, it might lodge itself into a corridor of their mind, constantly tempting them. Huh. It's actually a weird way to put it. In any case, I'm not going to consider her for the lead role.
わかった。じゃあ、誰にする？
Mary asks me. I have to choose. This one simple answer will be my everything. I choose. Wait, did he say to be everything? Simple answer will be. Why did I say my everything? So yeah, we do have to choose, but that's crazy that Akari is being left out, you know? That does have to make you wonder here. So we do have Mary. You know, the first person that we came across in this lovely story. I'm not counting Akari. I'm doing the Amatsutsumi thing where I kind of forget that the first H scene, who, you know, that is all with, you know, anyways, that aside, I'm very forgetful of basically her character in the beginning of Amatsutsumi. Here we have Mary. Very, very, very great presentation with her character right off the bat. Sayo. I still don't know how to feel about Sayo. Definitely not, especially with, well, how we met her. Risa, also a very awkward, you know, re-meeting in this case, I suppose. But we just fucking met this character. I know nothing about them at all. I mean, she seems cool, you know? Teacher? Persona? But, like, I don't know. I don't really know what I want to go with here. Actually, I do. Mary. Just straight up. The lead actress, if we have to, you know, fall in love with them or whatever, you know, based on her predictions on how to, you know, help balance things a little bit more in our favor. No, I do think that if we have to go in that direction, it's her. It's, you know, she's kind of the center of it all in a sort of weird ass way. I know who it has to be. The girl, I think, is the most adorable, but cuteness isn't all it is. For every moment of maturity she has, there's a childish one to make up for it. She's captivating on so many different levels. More than anything, I respect her. That's why I want her to find even more happiness. So I'm challenging her to express herself further through the story she's creating.
決まった？
I have.
意外とあっさり。決断するときは早いね、リツくん。
I want it to be you. Mary's already large eyes widen further as she stares at me in astonishment.
どうしてそうなるの？
Oh, come on. I don't get why you're getting so worked up about this.
いや、だから、
Mary scrunches up her brow, unable to find the words to explain herself. And it's so cute. I could watch this forever.
だって私だよ、
Yes,
私。
that did happen.
今までの話の流れからしたらその結論にはならないと思うんだけど。
You didn't?
そうだよ。
Mary sighs as her expression changes to one of puzzlement.
リツくん、私の言ったこと忘れちゃったの？
No, I remember. It was, I dig through my memories to find the exact words she used. There's no way I can actually act the part. If hypothetically we do put on this play, we'll have to find someone else to play her. I'm fine with just being the one writing the story. I think that basically sums it up.
そうそう。なんだ、しっかり覚えてたんだ。
Mary's face softens in relief, only for her to immediately stare me down.
ってダメ、それだけじゃない。一番大事なことが抜けてる。
You mean that I'm meant to pick the girl I'm most interested in to play the lead?
そう、それ。リツくんが好きになれそうな女の子じゃないと意味がないんだよ。
She really hadn't considered that I might end up picking her. This is kind of a big problem. Nevertheless, could that not be you?
え？
Mary once again gives me a blank look. Excuse me there.
リツくん、冗談で私をからかって、
Fuck no.
意地悪したいって思ってる？
God damn, shit. The first 3 days that they knew each other, they had like some really, really close moments between their characters. And how it all came together at the end, the solution found, that kind of ties them together really strong. And the fact that she doesn't even consider herself a choice whatsoever is mind-boggling. After everything they went through in such a short period of time, and that's not some fucking love, man? I don't know. Not intentionally, at least. Mary's expressions when she's troubled are ever so captivating. Not that it's relevant right now. For now, I need to get Mary to imagine herself playing the part. I've been thinking a lot
何？
about the part. It's based on you. So I think the most natural way to bring it to life is to have you play it. Actors have scripts written specifically for them all the time. It's the easiest way to ensure the acting matches the author's original expectations, all the while raising the quality of the performance. Of course, there's always the possibility that things don't go as planned, but we're hoping to avoid any unexpected results here. It'll make the play that much better, so the audience will enjoy it even more. Mary opens her mouth, but only manages to swallow a breath.
それは私も一理あるような気がするんだけど、でも
Mary presses her hands to her temple and frowns hard. She's really getting stressed by this. Time for another little push, I think. Besides, I still don't really get how I'm meant to make somebody, or to make myself fall in love with someone.
まあそれはしょうがないと思うけど、だからこそ
So I tried thinking about who I'd most like to act this play out with instead. And I realized it was with you, Mary.
リツくん。
If we do, I'm pretty sure that, at the least, I'll come to understand you much better. That's what I want out of
それっ
this.
てもしかしたらリツくん、私のことを好きになっちゃうかもしれないってことだよね。
Yeah, it might happen. We look straight into each other's eyes. I don't think either Mary or I truly understand ourselves yet. If we stick together, work at it together though, I expect we'll come to understand ourselves on a much deeper level. Yeah, of course. I say I expect it, though I don't have that much confidence. It's more of a hope now. I mean, at this point, I feel like, yeah, we're definitely gonna understand each other more. Again, their closeness in only 3 days is insane. Of course, there's gonna be more development.
でも自分でやるなんて本当に全く考えてなかったし、もうどうしたらいいの？
Mary looks up at the now dark sky, shoulders drooping as she sighs. And that seemed a little exaggerated compared to the way she normally acts. I've been convinced all over again. This girl is pretty as a picture and tough to boot. If she sets her mind to this, she'll fit right into the role. Now I'm sure it has to be you. You have a natural gift for attracting people's attention.
100年くらい生きてきてそんなこと言われたの初めてだよ。
Yeah, it's weird because she's, as a vampire, supposed to not necessarily be doing that. You just never met someone who could put your charm into words before.
リツくん、私を丸め込もうとしてこっそり魅了の力とか使ってない？
I mean, you're up in the fucking sky, flying around or whatever, or in the air at least. She's flying around out of reach. We can't touch her. I don't know if we have any powers to, seduce somebody. I don't think that was granted to him yet. No, I'm not. At least I'm pretty sure I'm not. I wish I had that much control over my own powers.
とにかくリツくんは考えを変える気はないってことだね。
Nope. I answer without hesitation. It'd be a waste to keep a girl like Mary stuck behind the scenes. I'm not gonna force you into it. If you really don't want to do it, like to the point where you'd rather die than be the God damn, Jesus Christ. You'd rather die than be the lead, then I'll give up. Only at that point. Wow. I only just stopped her from dying. I'm in no rush to go through that again. That just, I don't know why, I find that so fucking funny. Just because of, who she is and what they went through. I know he's kind of joking around, but great lengths, great lengths.
リツくんが見たいって言うなら答えたい気もするし。
Then there aren't any problems.
もう終わりだよ。もしもリツくんが私のこと好きになったとしたら、私どうすればいいの？
Well, if you fall in love with me too, there still won't be any problems.
ならなかったら？
Then just reject me, I'll be fine.
それってめちゃくちゃ気まずくない？
I'm not so shallow. Goddamn. I'm not so shallow I would chase you out of here just because you rejected me or anything. Relax. There's nothing for you to worry about, Mary.
そういうことじゃなくてさ、予想外のことを急に言われたから、脚本だってどう直したらいいのか。
Just continue what you were doing. Come on. Mary's gaze wanders, her complete loss painted on her face. How about for now you give it some time and think it over? Mary's an incredibly bright girl, and I think that's why she gets so worked up sometimes. Like she gets too focused on a single issue.
そうする。
She mutters feebly, but still manages a nod and a smile.
じゃあ、私は寝るね。リツくんは？
I'll do the same, I think. Talking any further would be counterproductive, excuse me. Mary needs time to sort through her feelings.
おやすみなさい、リツくん。
Good night, Mary. Alright, so I guess this is the technical split off. This is how you get into the, I guess we're not done with this chapter yet, so God damn it. Are we still in the beginning? Nope, we're in Mary 1 out of 14. Jesus, okay. We got a lot of fucking moments with Mary coming up. Okay, well, yeah, we split off. We split off officially. We are out of the beginning. We're out of these prologue sounding, chapters. And we'll be going through a route. And I have no idea how long this is going to be. I think it's going to be a little longer than like a Matsutsumi routes. Because this is not a ladder structure. We've kind of fallen back onto splitting off at some point in the story, and then we learn about each character that we choose. We don't really necessarily get to learn all about them in the one single route and then just split off eventually if we want to be with them. That system I liked. This one, I don't know how I feel going back to it, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how this game actually handles that system. But guys, goddamn, am I struggling? I'm going to call it here. Thank you all for tuning into this episode. Sorry for my mistakes and whatever else. It's just, damn, little tired. allergies bugging the crap out of me. Like, I'm having a fucking miserable time, but it's always fun getting a little Tori in. But yeah, if you stuck it through this episode and, you know, dealt with my problems, thank you. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully I'm feeling a little bit better by then. Take it easy.